Well, good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight, hopefully, I'm gonna be doing a plethora of things. Things which hopefully you'll see. Hopefully I don't forget about them. So, county fair. 1 week till we take calves in. 6 days till we take pigs in. So, excited about that. And Everett still does not want to walk. Still, actually, nope. That truck has tires on it. We won't be taking Dave. We'll be taking Doc. Everett does still not want to walk. Shooter walks. Shooters does not stand. Charlie was having some issues with walking with the show halter yesterday. I think he's fine. So, we'll see. And my pigs, it's obviously the week before county fair because everybody's starting to, not walk like you're supposed to, like they have been since April. Yeah, my pig took off. My Barrow, Norm, took off. I don't know what day it was. Saturday maybe. I think Saturday evening. He took off, and literally, I was on his left side. He was on my right side. He took off towards the left, and literally took my legs out from under me, and my knee hurt for 20 minutes after he did that. I was like, good night, child. Where are you going that it can be that important? And then he got into the electric fence that the cows were in, so now he won't go within 30 feet of where he got shocked. So, I don't know. We'll see. They'll probably do perfectly. They'll be perfect angels in the show ring, but right now they're not so perfect. So, all right, enough chatter from me. Let's get her going. Well, we're down here at Grandma's. We're gonna feed our calves here. I'm gonna feed our calves. Andy, big boy, and then these two, and then Charlie. Poor Charlie over here by himself. Then after I feed them, while they eat, while I go over to the pasture to feed, after that I'm gonna go on a little crop run, just to go check on the wheat because I've been over there in a couple weeks, and the beans are my phantom beans. We went back and replanted them. They don't look that bad, except for when the planter rows ran out when we replanted them. But so it looks like these dairy feeders, these steers, need to get some hay. Andy, I think, needs some hay, and I think Charlie might need a little bit of hay too. So we'll get that done, and then we'll go on our little crop run, and we'll come back. And I think I'm planning on cleaning out at least one pig pen, probably both, because they do both at the same time. But and then we'll wash them because I don't want to put them back in a dirty pen. And they're clean and they need to be washed. So and then probably we'll walk them later tonight. And I might walk one of these guys if I have time. I might walk one of these guys then. So all right, talk to you after a bit. So we're over here at the pasture. I already fed the steers. I did the other, I don't know, it's probably been 3 weeks ago. I turned them out into the little pasture out there. We got the water working in the back for the cows. So the cows are in the back by the house there, back in there. There's two pastures and an alley, I think. So they're on all of that right now. So I turned the fats out. So I'll give them some water here. Throw the hose in there. But as far as the rain this weekend, we didn't get all that much. I think we got 2 inches or something like that. North of Peru got only Dad has a friend up there. He said they only got 1/10. So, and I've heard a couple people 4/10, 6/10, stuff like that up north of Peru. But yeah, we got 2 inches. But down on the south end of Kokomo, they got 7.5 inches. And there was houses, the water was up to the front step, I saw. So, and the place where our buggy's getting serviced, down in Kokomo, and the place where it was at, it was also flooded. So let's hope nothing got into places that it shouldn't have, water-wise. So yeah, we didn't get all that much, and it's drying up pretty nice. I think we might get some more rain on Wednesday. Can't remember. I was listening to the radio today, and I couldn't remember what they said. I can't remember what they said. So, we'll wait for this water to fill up here, and then we'll head on back to the cows and the calves, and then we will fill up that feed bag, and we'll go on our crop run. So, stay tuned. Well, we got no chores here, and I'm coming down through here to check the wheat. Here's a good spot to stop. It's still green, as you can see, but it's pretty well on its way to drying out. I do have my Invisalign out, so I can eat some. So I'll crinkle some up in my hand. Is there any seeds in there? Yep, there's a couple. There's a seed. Sorry. There's a seed right there. There's a wheat seed. It looks like a grass seed, sort of. So I'm gonna chew it and see how. Sorry, that was a motorcycle. That's it. It's still pretty wet. The stalk is dry, and the head is dry. It's just the kernel is just a little bit wet. So, this is State Road 19, Indiana State Road 19. So whenever I talk about the 19 field, 19, it's not acres, it's the field. That's what we call it. This is wheat that did not get nitrogen spread on it, so it's a little bit shorter. Whatever. And then this is the field I planted / not planted earlier this spring. These end rows, I think I was planting most of the end rows, maybe not quite all of them. But and then Dad and I went through later, like a couple nights later, with the neighbors, Tim's Kinsey 3600 bean planter, and we went through, replanted it. So now, just for a little funsies, see that flag right there? That's where it marked. I marked where it started planting, actually. So we're doing our own little sort of a test plot here to see what beans do better, like a white planter or a Kinsey planter. So, and then this right here, this embarrassing missed, I don't know, probably 3 rows it looks like. Yeah, 3 rows is where the planter started running out, and we weren't going to go back there and switch beans around in the boxes because it really didn't need it, and we didn't know how much of the other beans were going to come up. And then we planted this right here along the wheat again, which the planter was planting there. Our planter was planting there. So last year it was so dry, the wheat was ready at this time, the week before the fair, which was absolutely amazing. It was ready. We had everything cut, baled, put away before the fair. I think we got that done the Friday before the fair. We didn't plant beans until after because we didn't plant double crop beans because it was so hard we couldn't barely get the planter in the ground. Dad planted 30-inch double crop beans last year because just to see if they would do better, because usually their double crops are only like 4 inches tall or 5 inches tall because they don't get near as much rain and stuff like that. But last year was a really good summer after wheat harvest because it rained a bunch, and the 30-inch beans, they had plenty of room to grow and stretch out and everything. They were as tall as the regular season beans, which was amazing. And I've never seen that before. I've seen pretty tall double crops, not maybe 8 inches tall, but no, yeah, they were pretty far along, and I went out there one time and looked, and they were probably 2 inches shorter than the regular season beans, and they weren't even close to done yet. So my grandpa's corn here looks pretty good. Looks pretty nice and green and filled out. There's a post down there, not a survey stake anymore, but a post down there. This is all my grandpa's, and then over there close to my uncle's house is my other uncle's house, my Uncle Greg's house, is my Uncle Dan's patch. I don't know how many acres are in there, but yeah, their corn looks pretty good. It's pretty tall. It's probably up to my knee, which the old saying goes, you want it knee high by the 4th of July, which that was like way back in the old, way back in the old days. Now it's probably like chest high at 4th of July. So we can say chest high at 4th of July. So, all right, enough chatter from me. I probably rambled on a little bit long. So we'll go back and see what all needs done back at Grandma's. So we're back here at Grandma's. I think I'm gonna use Little Red to clean out my 2 pig pens. So if I didn't explain this before, what we're doing with Charlie here is, he was 506 pounds, I believe, at the Converse Fair 2 weeks ago. So so he needs to be under 550 to be able to show our fair as a feeder. If he crosses 550, that's okay. I'd rather show him as a feeder, but I can show him as a lightweight beef steer. So he's only getting a little over a handful of feed per chore time, and then just as much grass hay as he can eat. So it keeps him full, but it's not really any nutritional value. So he won't hopefully gain as much weight as fast. All right, we're over here. I'm gonna clean out my pig pens, like I said. They're pretty dirty. I'm gonna just do this the easy way, so you guys don't have to watch me do this, because you know, who would want me to show me cleaning out pens, you know? Where's the fun in that? So we'll do this the easy way. And we're back. I got them all cleaned out. Hopefully this is the last time we'll need to clean them out before fair in 6 days. They'll only be in here for 6 more days, but I doubt this pen will make it. Hers might, I don't know at the moment, obviously, because I just put shavings in. But hers might make it. I know theirs probably most likely will not. So I'll probably have to clean it out one more time, but hopefully it's the last time. You can always hope, right? We will have one extra bag or one extra bale of shavings for the fair if we don't use them, but we'll also maybe have to use them for these guys. So the fair, or Pike's Lumber, I think is their name, in Akron, usually donates like a semi full of wood shavings to our fair for the pig barn and whatever else, whoever else needs them, but they're mostly for the pigs. But this year they are not doing that, so we'll have to provide our own shavings. So we'll have to go out and buy a bunch of bales of shavings for the fair, which is fine, but they've had it like that in the past since this is the first year I can remember it. So hopefully I'll clean off a little bit, and then if I don't get to washing them tonight, I'll probably wash them tomorrow, you know, like I've said for the last 4 days. So I'll go dump the bucket of manure, and then we'll come back, and I don't know what I'm gonna do for a minute. Probably ought to feed the kitty cat wherever he went. I didn't earlier. So see you then. So we got that all done. We dumped all the manure over there on the manure pile. It needs to be spread. Dump truck some way, sorry. Manure pile needs to be spread. We'll do that after wheat, before we plant beans, or just right after. I prefer to plant into manure, not let the beans grow over. But we did get the 7-0 done. Dad did. I was just around for like 2 seconds. I was working on putting new batteries on the 12-0, which they work awesome now. So now we'll be able to start without a boost pack. But he did work on this. He put all the sheet metal obviously back on it, the grill, and there was a problem with the glow plugs, and they weren't going, and they weren't working. And this tractor has to have glow plugs to start. It can be 150 degrees, and it will not start without glow plugs. You can just sit there and and it will not start. But you have to have a glow plug to start it, even if it's just ran. Yeah, this right here, this is where the glow plug, it comes from the button, the glow plug button up in the dash. But since we had the motor repainted and rebuilt, this was all painted under there, so it was not connecting to the metal, not grounding. So Dad just grinded it off or did something like that, and now I work fine, and the gauge works for him too. This gauge right here, gauge right there, wasn't working, but when you push the button, it's supposed to go like that, but it wasn't doing it. So but we had electricity to everything down here, so but now it's working. Now we'll be able to use it for might take it to the fair. We're gonna take the 1206 to the fair, I think, to run on a track scraper for the tractor pull, which is on Wednesday and Thursday nights. Wednesday and Thursday night. If you were wondering, it's an IPL pull. Miami County Fairgrounds. I don't know what time it starts. It's supposed to start at like 7, I think, but we don't get started until like 7:30 usually. So and I'm officially part of the track crew. So I'd say officially, but anyway, doesn't matter. I'll probably be running the 12-0. And we might have this there for someone to run on a track scraper, and I think my friend might bring his like 40-20 or his grandpa's 40-40 or something like that. Alrighty, now it's time for some fly spray, Charlie. I'm putting a show halter on him right now. I don't know if you can see because he put his head down, but you just take the chain off, put the actual halter on, and then flip the chain through and go upside down on the bottom so it doesn't hurt their neck as much or their chin as much. So, halter out of the way here. Alright, now we're good to go. So we got calves walked. We got Andy walked like you saw on Charlie, and then I walked those two right there. Good grief. Yeah, like I said earlier, it's the week before the fair. Everett will not walk for 2 minutes when we start. Literally 2 minutes. After that, he'll walk fine. We'll stand for a minute. We'll stand for like, I don't know, probably 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Then he'll move, and then he does not want to stand. So I have no clue what's going on. Shooter on the other hand, he loves to walk. He'll walk. I can walk him off the edge of the earth, and he'd be fine. But his standing skills aren't sharpened either. They're better than Everett's, but we still got a week. 1 week. Alright, I'll close this latch here. I'll go get my show stick. Hang it up here. You're supposed to, I don't know. Everybody does some different stuff with their head shoot, with their grooming shoot. Some people put their heads like right here, which is what I do, and tie them around there, tie them up here. Some people put their heads all the way through, tie them up there, and then people do like, there's a million different things you can do with these bars. You can put them like this, like me, put them forward and back to the third hole, put them in the middle hole there. You can put them, you can put those holes up there on the outside, and you can actually, there's 3 holes right there. 1, 2, 3. You can put them crosswise in there, and put them as so they can't move at all. Which, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, there's about a million different things you can do with those poles. All right, we'll go walk pigs here and do a couple other things for the night, and then we'll be done for the night. So let's go walk pigs. Stupid pig does not turn the way you want it to. You can hit it as hard as you can. I've whacked it with all my might, and it still will not turn the way you want it to. I don't know. Of course, you know he's gonna get in the show and be perfectly fine. Like, he's gonna keep his head up, keep his ears forward, walk straight, walk where he's supposed to go. But right now, it's looking a little unlikely. This is the second batch. I completely forgot to grab my camera on the first one. As you can see, he's really dirty. I need to wash them. Just time flies when after 4 o'clock. Time flies, literally. Like, I'll walk calves. Oh yeah. Oh, it's an hour and a half later. Okay, let's. All right, and now it's already 9 o'clock. I'm not gonna have time to wash pigs, so I need to literally set aside time, probably tomorrow. Hopefully, that's not gonna happen, or Wednesday, and wash these guys. So for the fair, so they don't get stained. So we'll walk these guys, and then my guilt, and then I have a couple other things I need to do before I go home, and I'll go home for the night. So see you then. I'll tell you, that one right there is a real pain in the absolute butt. He will not turn the way I want him. I don't know why. He came rushing back in here, and he acted like he hadn't been in there for 3 months, and he's just getting back. Good grief. I got a little heated there. Like, very heated. For a minute. Trying to put him back. Because he ran around the end of the pens, and then he wouldn't turn around, and then he went too far, and then by the time I could get back, since there's 2 of them in there, I have to open the gate at just the right time, so the other one didn't jump out and start running around the place. So he turned around and started running back before I could get back there to open the gate, and then that's the last gate, so he pushed the whole gate to the north, the whole east and west gate to the north, and then just trying to fit between the crack. I was trying to hold it from going too far. Just trying to push through the crack between Myra's pen and their pen that was open because I had the pin out. It was ridiculous. I don't even know how to explain it. So first I'm gonna put some more straw in here so they don't get so dirty, and then I got a bag of feed from the pasture this afternoon. I'm gonna take over there and put over there with the other feed just to mix in with Andy's. So that's the plan for the rest of the evening. Then I'm gonna go home because I have to go to work tomorrow. So see you next time, next clip. All right, we got these guys taken care of here. Charlie's gonna eat it because it's something new to eat. But these guys will spread it out. So if I don't get back to you for Saturday, my plan is to film on Saturday and then do day videos for the week of the fair. probably just a day video for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and maybe a Thursday, Friday, and then probably a Saturday. So we'll see. I don't know how that's gonna go really right now. It could be hectic. I might not even film anything. So I probably will, but you know me, I might forget. Yeah, that's what next week's gonna look like. I heard from Mom, I haven't looked at the weather in a minute, but she said that next week is supposed to be 90 and dry. So, I mean, it could be a little bit cooler, but hey, I'll take 90 over 100 any day. We had 100-degree weather a couple years ago for the pig show, and they started a half an hour early at 8, and it still got super duper hot. And I chose to wear a long sleeve shirt to show in. So, anyway, that's my experience with bad years. There's also been tornadoes during our fair. I think like 3 or 4 years ago, during our royal showmanship, there was a tornado north of the fair, probably 5 miles, I think, or something like that. 5 or 6 miles. So yeah, we've had every single sort of weather condition besides snow at our fair. Last year it rained like 2 days, I think, Tuesday and Wednesday, I think. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And hey, if you like this video, tell somebody else about it, because you know, might as well share everything in life. Not everything, but share a lot of stuff in life. Don't hog it all to yourself. So that's about it. Like I said, like, subscribe, and everything. And until next time, Kolbe out.
Dinner featuring smash.